Something we missed on that. Derek and Joanna back from Barn Sounds, and we're going to talk about the making of She Got the Feeling. Pretty much finished the record, and we had an idea of what we're doing, and we thought we were a couple songs short. There was just something that wasn't really making the complete picture. At the same time, I was really into some New Orleans music, and had friends that had gone to New Orleans, and they picked up a 4-disc set from this guy called Cosmo Massimo, and I think I might be saying his name wrong, so I apologize if I am. He had recorded Professor Longhair and Little Richard, the Meters, and Neville Brothers, and I mean just everybody that was through New Orleans. I was really struck by the idea of the second line in early rock and roll, which I'd never, listened to a lot of rock and roll, and I never really heard the New Orleans influence before in this music, which is like so apparent when I was listening to this disc. So we're kind of fascinated by this song, "The Girl Can't Help It," by Little Richard. Something about the tone of that record, the way the drums sounded, it was just primal and lo-fi, but really cool. And the idea was if we could modernize that sound but still keep the primal elements of it, that would be kind of interesting. We're like, well, let's just set up the drums and then try to mic it like they mic'd it and just kind of duplicate it as like a sound experiment. And Joanna played that kind of groove just to
It's that kind of New Orleans.
Yeah, it's that implied second line groove.
When I'm down here playing the drums, you probably think, oh, she's, I'm grooving along. No, it's like literally like 4 measures. 4 measures of this. Okay, that's good. Okay, now do it this way. Okay, that's good. Now I'll play this beat.
So I took that sound and chopped it into a kind of a regular meter, and started kind of throwing things at it, like guitar parts and bass lines and different vocal ideas, and just a kind of a stew of different musical elements. With the groove being the kind of the backbone of the piece. By using computers to actually as part of the songwriting process, that was a new thing, and you definitely can send you down. You can get in the weeds quick doing that stuff. So we learned a lot how not to get in the weeds writing that way. But it took a while to understand it, and we started realizing that if we stacked the vocals, that that all the melodies kind of could intertwine, which was a random thing that wasn't set up to be that way. But this kind of choir over a main melody started happening as we started moving the pieces around and manipulating it and making it work in a certain section.
But most of it it was just a building process.
Yeah, we were doing it both simultaneously. So we were writing it and trying to manipulate sounds and letting that influence the melody and the structure of the song. It's really summed up the record, and that's why we did the video for it, rather than what other people, majority of other people thought was a single off the record. Generally, you shoot your video for what you think is your single. But Joanna felt very strongly that this song was it really summed up what we were trying to do, and whether it's a single or not was kind of irrelevant. We thought it was an important song. So She Got the Feeling not only was cool to make in of itself, but it was also really cool for what it made us do next, which was to kind of go back into the record again one more time, and then really have at it.
If you like that song, then you're probably going to like many other songs on the record.
Man, as soon as we finished She Got the Feeling, we have to go further, and went back and we'd hit like every song and would manipulate a little bit more and push it a little further out and a little harder, a little more aggressive, a little wilder. As a bonus, and because of this, what we've done is we're releasing the song She's Got the Feeling in multi-track for you to download. So the idea for those that are not musicians is just drums, just bass, just vocals, just guitars, just synths. So from all these elements, you can remix the song, which we hope you do, and maybe swipe some samples for your own music. So again, just give us a little shout out about it, and but hope you enjoy. We'll take a look inside the belly of the beast. Thanks for listening to us yap on and on about She's Got the Feeling.
Still talking. Tune in next time when we're going to talk about something else.